U.S. intelligence agency mind control.
Proxies to carry out its operations, including organized criminals and foreign nationals from political and business circles. Trials of suspected spies working for Russia are ongoing in Britain, Germany, Norway, Poland, and several other countries.
What about the unwilling spies?
It's not any more ideological
spies
fight.
that are tricked
not
by these
communism fighting, capitalism, like Soviets would say. No, it's not. But it's that authoritarian countries, trying to subvert the West as a stronghold.
And you tell me how that's any different from the
human rights.
Soviet Union.
And this is for them existential fight.
Meanwhile, CIA Director William Burns wrote recently that disaffection with the war in Ukraine has in turn presented a once-in-a-generation opportunity for Western intelligence agencies to recruit Russian spies.
Very true.
Henry Ridgwell, VOA News.
Once again, Russian President Vladimir Putin threatening to use nuclear weapons if he deems it necessary, and a blunt warning to the West.
Nuclear weapons
to deploy their use in...
Yeah, literal man-child.
Look at he even looks small in his chair where he's trying to be like, I'm powerful, I have big brains.
Country's sovereignty.
Yeah. It's like, boo, get a new joke.
Like ZL Hawk said, right? It's like, there's many Muslim countries, but I'll wipe Hinduism off the map. Right, because there's only one India. Pakistan may be destroyed in this war. Like, you really think Russia? You really think an all-out, like, who are you going to use the nuke on? You're going to drop one in Ukraine? Go ahead, do it. Go ahead.
See what happens. The funniest thing is he'll lose all allies immediately. China and Iran wouldn't be seen standing with someone who nuked civilians in a modern time.
I think it was
there's no fucking way.
Just because they can make an argument that it was like deliberate radiation.
True, maybe. I don't think you would even need war. I think the Russian people would kill him. I genuinely think that they would be like, "What the fuck did you just do?" And they would go and kill him. I genuinely believe that the Russian people would just be like, unbelievable.
Bro, this is the closest within a table length anyone has got to him in this right here.
Our independence is threatened. Now, this threat comes after a second straight day of apparent Ukrainian strikes within Russia, but Russia does not show any signs of giving up on its assault, stating that Ukraine will eventually need to accept a deal on Russian
are they
terms.
Bombers? They launched bombers over Russia.
That looks like a Bayraktar, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, there was a lot of ops in Belgrade.
Crazy.
This is reported
well, they don't have artillery. What's the next best thing that they can do, right?
Russian President Vladimir Putin warning
go way behind that artillery and start hitting Russia, right?
Use nuclear weapons
if
its sovereignty is put at stake.
I just dropped the bombers on the artillery. Boom, 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 boom. Carpet bomb those motherfuckers.
Well, that's where the countermeasures are. See, these are like these are literally like terrorist attacks, right? Like they're legitimate military operations, but they are using like previous generation tactics, which is specifically the terrorist generation of military counters.
Yeah. Interesting. It is very interesting
tactics is what I should say.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see them recycle tactics from old conflicts. It's very interesting.
In a new interview on Russian state TV, Putin said he hoped the U.S. would refrain from actions that could trigger a nuclear conflict.
Oh, they will. Don't worry.
But we are prepared for this, Putin says. It comes as Ukraine launched a massive drone attack on.
So he didn't even make a nuclear threat, bro. He said, we don't want to do it, but we're prepared for it. Yeah, shit, dude. Crazy.
Yeah.
This wasn't even a nuclear threat. This is literally fake news. This is literally fear-mongering fake news. Are we serious right now?
Since the war began, with more than 60 drones, the Russian Defense Ministry says 58 drones were shot down. This is the second night in a row oil facilities have been hit. One refinery here seen on fire. Ukraine trying to disrupt Russia's war machine, hitting fuel supplies to the front line and its energy exports.
They launched a drone swarm of 60. Russia claims 58 were shot down, right? That is way more efficient than the Shaheed in budget. Oh, here we go. New Twitch comment. I'm just going to list every country. I'm not even reading all that. That's like, okay. I've seen like every country on planet Earth, and I'm just like, okay, bro, I don't care.
Pop, pop, pop. And then it was like rapid fire.
While Ukraine reporting more attacks on their infrastructure and civilians. A Russian missile slamming into a residential building in an area south of Kyiv, killing 3 people.
That's
and
the thing.
injuring dozens
It's
more.
like, oh, they got 2 little tiny cardboard drone type things in. Oh, here we go. The elections. These are the best elections that ever happened.
Election this
Just
weekend.
the
Since
difference,
Putin changed the
the
constitution,
difference in
he can
civilian
technically
lives
remain
being
in power.
taken between these terroristic tactics.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
the biggest terrorist attack that Ukraine has done is literally the Azerbaijani doing the bridge that took out the bridge for a little bit. In comparison, they put General Armageddon in charge of their military forces and launched a campaign against civilians and civilian infrastructure.
Yeah, epic.
And they tested this shit out in Syria first.
The result is fairly certain, especially since major opposition figures are either in prison, exile, or dead. One of the most prominent, Alexei Navalny, whose funeral earlier this month drew thousands of people.
Oh, come on. We're still reporting on this fucking guy's funeral.
Putin also mentioned
it's like the fucking queen died at this point. Jesus Christ.
Russian President Vladimir Putin is issuing a chilling new threat, saying that he's ready to use nuclear weapons.
Okay, we don't care.
We know that.
Speaker, I yield 2 minutes now to the Speaker Emeritus, Ms. Pelosi.
Yep.
This is a sound.
The gentlewoman is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I thank the gentleman for yielding and for his leadership on this very important issue. And I thank the distinguished chairwoman of the Energy and Commerce Committee and associate myself with her remarks, as well as with Mr. Palone's. I thank Mr. Christian Murphy and Mr. Gallagher, Chairman Gallagher of the Select Committee on China for their great leadership, bringing this legislation forward to the Committee of Jurisdiction, Legislative Jurisdiction. Mr. Chair,
I'm surprised she's not wearing a cheap owl. She likes to put shit on from other countries while she's making speeches about them.
This might be the best Nancy Pelosi moment since her rack on the beach.
I have a few points to make, and it's interesting to hear this respectful debate. First of all, this is not a ban on TikTok. I'm a grandmother of teenagers. I understand the entertainment value, the educational value, the communication value, the business value for some business on this. This is not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make TikTok better. Tic-Tac-Toe, a winner, a winner. And here's what I have to say. The people of China have come forth.
Oh my God.
The Tibetans have come forth and said on TikTok in China,
I actually want to die.
They cannot put their message out. Not only that, the Chinese government misrepresents.
Holy shit.
She just invoked the Tibetans.
In Hong Kong, during the Taiwan election, TikTok into Taiwan that the Uyghurs, for whom there is a genocide exercised by the Chinese government, they have told people in Taiwan that the
You're getting off topic here. Now you're just being like, China's evil, and this is why. No, you're not banning it for that. You're banning it not because of what China does to their own citizens. Remember, Nancy, you're looking out for Americans, honey.
Like that genocide. And they told them that the people of Hong Kong like the destruction of their democracy. They don't frame it that way, but that's their message. And again, expressing the communication
look at this
from
specimen of generic name 4 numbers with epic typing.
Generic name.
I literally have no fucking clue what this person is saying, but
it just looks like garbage gobbledygook from.
I literally have
bot.
no clue. All I know is
Yeah.
this. This is the only thing I know.
The Western territory that is mainland China belongs to Taiwan.
Just people yesterday on the steps, we heard from the Taiwan people, we heard from the Tibetans, we heard from the Hong Kong, and we heard from a woman whose husband was arrested because of his communication with somebody with a shared view. So this is controlled by the Chinese Communist government. But forgetting that, if you can, I can't.
She said nothing.
Tic-Tac-Toe.
She said nothing. She said tic-tac-toe, and that's it.
Winner. She's Nancy Pelosi. She has no idea what's going on,
breaking
bro.
news this morning.
Why is she
She's
still
just
there?
like, where's my paycheck today? Where's my paycheck
I thought she
today?
retired. I thought she retired. Why is she
No,
still
she's
there?
just not. No, it's because they pick the leaders of the House.
Ugh.
So like Hakeem Jeffries isn't the leader. That's
Get her the fuck out. Just get her out, please. Just
yeah.
push her down the stairs.
I mean, she
The US
okay.
House just-
Not that I like her, but as far as how the position is meant to be run, she was a very good House leader.
Mm.
She would only bring shit to the floor if she had votes. She didn't waste people's time. She kept people in line.
Sure, okay. Fair enough.
So Pelosi's district does love her. Of course.
Mm.
I mean, that's, you know.
That's why she's had the seat for 50 years.
You know, but boy, look at that rack. Did I show you the fucking it was a post from Jackie, right? And it said wokeness is over, and it was Nancy Pelosi's rack.
No. I didn't see that. That's
so
hilarious.
good.
All I can think when you say that is fucking Happy Gilmore.
What? Like a nice rack?
Yeah, so
Like-
nice rack.
Yeah. She could rock a swimsuit. I would, would.
Passed
She's
a
up
bill
there
that
with
would lead to a
Lobart
nation
for me.
ban on the
One
app
or the other.
TikTok
I'm good with
if
both.
its Chinese-based owner does not sell. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jennifer Sanders.
And I'm Mike Rush. Lawmakers are acting on concerns that the company's ownership is a national security threat. TikTok has more than 150 million American users and is wholly owned
Look at the vote.
by a Chinese technology firm called
See how many
ByteDance.
voted for it?
Lawmakers claim ByteDance is indebted to the Chinese.
See how many people voted
Interesting.
for that? Do people really think this is just because China owns it?
No, it's way more than that. There's definitely stuff we don't know.
No, there is. No. There's an evidence report like just came out. That's why they did this.
Okay.
Oh, here, look, bro.
Oh
Here we
my
go.
God.
Look at him go.
You
I got
fucking-
him.
You did
I
it.
got him every time, bro.
You know what my response is? China number 2, bitch.
The Western territory that is mainland China belongs to Taiwan.
Wait, I got one. Hold on.
They're
Where
so
is it?
funny.
You are
every time.
garbage, okay? You're garbage.
Every time.
Could demand
Hilarious.
access to the data of TikTok's U.S. users. TikTok denies it could be used as a Chinese government tool. Here's what Texas Representative Chip Roy had to say about the bill and those doubting the constitutionality of it.
The bill does not violate the First Amendment. It focuses on conduct, not content. It requires both being controlled by a foreign adversary and conduct that itself is espionage.
I think
If you just
these
have
are
one
difficult
alone,
arguments to
it
make
might be
in regards to social media and the First Amendment. Because like I know that social media, they're like, you should treat us like how you treat the news organizations. No. No. I disagree 100%. You should be treated like a business for starters. And that said, it's like, how much influence over the public do we allow businesses to have? These are new questions that you could, if you believe in a living constitution, right? These are new questions that need to be asked. That said, it's not being banned for freedom of speech. He's correct there. The reason why they're banning it has nothing to do with limiting speech freedoms. That's the point. That's the main point. It has nothing to do with it being, well, it does have something to do with it being owned by China, but it's not like just because China owns it.
Are you aware of a CIA psychological profile about you, sir? Would you be interested in hearing what the CIA had to say? This secret study portrays as a brilliant but dangerous megalomaniac who is likely to pursue his own aims in disregard of U.S. interests. He's an uncertain ally. Shall I go on, or would you prefer that I stop, sir?